Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Options Mentor. Once again, we've had some crazy week of pricing. The last few weeks, we had a run up, then we had a pretty decent sell off the other day, and now today, just a minor dip down in the market. Next week on Wednesday, we do have the CPI coming out. Now, that'll be an hour before the market opens, wherever you are in the world. And I think that the market should definitely be looking at that as it is an inflation number. Now, before I get started talking about a trade today, I do want to say one thing. I've had a lot of traders contact me. They struggled with this up move, particularly in your non-directional trades, flies, counters, what have you. And if you've gotten banged up in that, it's not time to quit, but it is time to maybe trade a little smaller and maybe take your profits quicker. So if you've got your trading ego bruised a bit, then try to cut your size if possible. And also, instead of going for 10%, maybe try to get 7 or 8%, or maybe even 5%, just to get some wins in your column again. Many times, I was just talking to a group of traders today. People will have a rough period. They'll quit. They'll quit maybe for a month or 6 weeks. And then they'll come back and go, what's going on? Oh, for the last month, we've been making all kinds of money with this trade, because usually the market will go right back into a rhythm that we can trade a lot easier. And they'll miss out on it. It happens all the time. So stick with it. Don't give up, just because you've had no trade's perfect. No trade wins every time. You're going to have losing weeks, losing trades, losing months. So it's all part of it. It doesn't mean that the system doesn't work. It just means that maybe the market wasn't exactly right for what we were doing. We can't always tell, what the future holds. But most of the time, well into most of the time, this stuff will work fine if you manage it properly and put it on in the right conditions. Now, also, you can take a look at my trading psychology video, which I think it was about the second or third video I did. You can go back there and look at it, where I talk about the ups and downs of trading and how I like to handle it. But for today, I'm going to get started here by sharing my screen. I'm going to talk about a trade. And I believe I did this before when I'm going to talk about a trade. It's a single, but we're going to be ready. We're going to be prepared to take action if our trade tries to go against us. All right. So this trade will be a October 28th unbalanced fly. Now, what I want to do with this, though, I'm going to start it right around the money. You could even start it a little below. So, for instance, it wouldn't bother me a bit if we're trading here at 43.98 at the end of the day. If you want to go just a little below where we're trading, in fact, I probably would, maybe 5 or 10 points or so. And then the idea is to go down 70 from that center point. So 43.90, the center down 70 would be 43.20. Oops, I hit the 15. Let's get to 20. 43.20 then on the bottom, and then on the top would be, if we go 70 down and then 60 up, we would have 44.50. So this is what the trade would look like. So when you come into Monday, now this is assuming the VIX is still under 20. If we've had some crazy 100-point down day, I'm not talking about that. But if we come off Monday, something reasonable, up or down 20, 30, whatever, that'd be fine. And the VIX is under 20, then this trade is one I would look at. So I'd look to put this trade on, like I said, somewhere centered right below the money, and then up 60 from there for the top strike, and then down 70 from the middle for the bottom strike. Now, when you do this, it gives you short deltas right off the bat, doesn't it? And if we get to the lower break even, we're actually up money. So we would just take it off, because the deltas are working in your favor. It may not be an 8 or 10% profit, but I would still take it off. And then on the upside, we're going to make this thing go up to at least near the all-time, or not the all-time, but the near-term highs, which was 58. But if we get up in that 40 to 50 area, you could even wait to 50. You'd be a little outside your break even. But whenever that happens, I want to go up to 44.80 and add a calendar or two. You could add 2 calendars that'll look like this. By the way, I'm going to go 5 days wide. You could go 3 if you like, or even 4, but I'm looking at this as a 5-day wide calendar, and I'm not adding it unless we get up here, right? So my first intention is I put this trade on, it hangs around here, goes down, I make 7, 8, 10%, I get out, period. Goes down in here, whatever my profit is, I take it off. That's that. The only time I'm taking action, other than to take my trade off at a profit, is if it gets to the 44.45, 44.50 area. If you want to come a little early, right at the 44.40, you could. But then we're going to go up to 44.80 and add a 2-lot calendar. Now we're good to 4,500 before we'd even have to think about doing anything, as well as all the way down. So lots of room in this trade. And this trade has decent theta. It would be 24 bucks a day if you add the calendar. If you don't, it's $22 a day. And this trade, by the way, if you did it with calls here, it costs $1,920. So we're looking to get about $200 and get out. You may have that $200 in 8 or 10 days. Let's just look here. In 10 days, you'd have over $300. So if we just go out here, just a few days, 5 days, you got $75. By the end of next week, you might be up your 10% or even 7 or 8 and already be out of this. So that's how I want to play this trade. Come in on Monday if we can and put this trade on. Now, give the market time to open, wait an hour or two. You don't want to jump right in at the beginning. And as long as the VIX is under 20 and we haven't had some 80, 100 point or more wild move in the SPX, I would be doing this trade with the plan I just showed you here. Now, I hope this makes sense to you. Go back through all the videos. I think there's a lot there to learn, and you can learn a lot from these videos. Every video I do, sometimes you might need to watch them a few times, but you'll get what we're doing here. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the videos, tell your friends, make sure you like the videos. I like your comments. I answer your comments. So put comments there underneath the video that you have a comment on, and I will get back with you. Now, I do want to let you know I'll be out next week on vacation, so there won't be a video most likely next week. There's a chance late next Friday I might do one, but probably there won't be a video next week. But I'm still around checking my phone, so if you have comments, go ahead and throw them in there, and whenever I get a chance, I will answer them. All right, so thanks for joining me again. I look forward to showing you a lot more stuff, and I hope you got a lot out of this trade that really has a complete plan. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.